Hello, football fans, and welcome to Aces Field. On a wet and cold and rainy Friday night, it is week number 8 of the regular season as the Hicksville Aces are throwing out the welcome mat and entertaining the visiting Tinora Rams here at Aces Field this evening. Both teams making their grand entrance. The Rams brought along a couple of banners, and they took to the field as well. Aces tonight wearing the all-black uniforms. It's always kind of a treat for them. It's one of their favorite get-ups, according to Coach Lucas Smith. And on this wet and rainy night, well, we're going to have some GMC football, and we'll see how things go. The rain has been pretty steady since for about an hour or so. We have been here set up at the stadium. So, slick conditions out there on the turf. And we'll see how things go as we move through the evening. There is no real threat, we are told, of thunder and lightning, which is a good thing. So hopefully we won't have to deal with any lightning delays this evening. Aces coming into tonight, overall record of 4-3 in the Green Meadows Conference. They are one of 2 teams with a 3-win and 1-loss record, the other being the Wayne Trace Raiders. Of course, atop the GMC, the Edgerton Bulldogs, 4-0 in the GMC and 7-0 on the season, heading into tonight's action. So the Aces look to continue to improve their chances and their standing within the league. With a win here tonight, the Rams have had a rough go of it. They are, like the Aces, just right at around 500, their overall record. In the Green Meadows Conference, Tinora has a record of 2 wins and 2 losses. So we'll see how things go here tonight. The Aces are favored to come out ahead this evening, but we will see how things go. The Rams will be kicking off to Hicksville to get things started. They'll put their feet into it. Their kicker, number 73, is Trey Hurt. Ball scooped up by Comiso. He'll take it out to about the 26, 27-yard line. And that is where the Aces will set up shop to go on offense for the first time this evening. And as we are getting near the end of the regular season, of course, we start paying attention to the computer points and the rankings. The rankings that came out earlier this week have the Aces, and we're looking at Region 22, where Hicksville is located. Top 8 teams go to the postseason, and right now, at the end of last week, the Aces are sitting in 9th place, so they're just out of the running. Handoff, and the ball carried by number 10, which is, of course, Noah Carrickson's number. And that being worn tonight by, I think, Comiso is the one wearing that tonight. It's either him or Brickle. Nope, it is Zach Brickle wearing it tonight. Carry is good for Aces first down as they get out to the 40-yard line. So Miller, again, handoff to Brickle. They're waiting for him this time, and they bring him down about a yard behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of about a half yard on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 11. As we're saying in the computer rankings, the Aces just out of the running right now. They are 9th in their region. And, of course, you have to be in the top 8 to see the postseason. They're being led. Fairview is in 7th place as another carry by Brickell, who will get us out to near the 45-yard line. The Apaches are in 7th place, so as of right now, if things were to end today, they would go into the postseason. They would see the playoffs, and that's largely on the strength of the points that they have gotten because early in the season they had that upset victory over the Wauseon Indians. The Indians since then shook that off. They've been having a great season, and of course they're a higher division school, so they've been feeding points to the Fairview Apaches throughout the season. Miller puts the ball in the air, caught for a first down. And that was to Turnbull, and when Turnbull turned to go upfield, he slipped and his knee touched, so they blew it dead at that point, but still gets across the midfield stripe, and it'll be 1st and 10 Hicksville from the Rams' 48-yard line. Miller working the shotgun, takes the snap, hangs on to it himself. Miller, nice hole. Miller's still on his feet. Jake runs down inside the 35-yard line. That will be another first down for the Aces, as on the quarterback keeper, Jake Miller advances the football to the Rams' 34-yard line. 9:44 on the first quarter clock. Time running. Comiso in motion. Handoff to Mason. Mason around the corner on the far side. And looks like a gain of about 6-7 yards on the carry for Comiso, as he'll take it down to about the 29-yard line. That'll be a 5-yard pickup. So 2nd and 5 for the Aces. Miller, bit of a hard count, gets the snap, handoff to Brickell. Brickell about to the line of scrimmage. He might have picked up a yard. That'll make a 3rd and 4th for the Aces here. 3rd and 4, not 3rd and 4th. That doesn't make sense. So Brickell picks up a yard. Hard fought right up the middle into the teeth of the Rams defense. Miller with the snap. Again, handoff to Brickell. Brickell powering forward, and that should be, well, we'll see. It's looking like it'll be pretty close to the first down marker. And they're going to give him the first down. It was going to be close. It looks like he got it by about a half a yard. As it looks like the rain has let up a little bit here now that the game is underway, which I'm sure is something appreciated by the fans in the stands. Kind of a light crowd here tonight. Another quarterback keeper for Jake Miller. He's on his feet. He shakes off a couple of defenders, and Miller powers his way down near the 10-yard line. Well, they're going to say his foot touched back at the 14, so that'll back him up a couple yards from where he ended up. But still first down Aces as they advance the ball now to the 14-yard line. I want to thank you for tuning in and joining us here on Hicksville Community Television tonight. I'm Bill Murphy calling the play-by-play action for you this evening. Chris Warner, once again our camera person up here in the booth tonight. Brickell, nice run into the end zone. Touchdown, Aces. Zach Brickell wearing Noah Carrickson's number 10 tonight. In tribute to Noah. Pounds into the end zone, and the Aces take the lead 6-0. 14-yard touchdown scamper from Zach Brickell. And the Aces will set now for the extra point conversion. It looks like they're going to be going for 2. Score comes with 8:01 left in our first quarter here tonight. And we'll see if it's a false start or delay. And they're going to pick it up. Okay, evidently Jake Miller had him up to the line, had him set, and then turned around to get the signal from the sideline. And as soon as he turned around, the flag was thrown by one of the officials. And Field was going to get the direct snap, and it bounced off his hands onto the turf, and he just falls on top of it. So the conversion attempt fails, and the Aces remain on top 6-0. And we still have 8:01 to go here in the first quarter. So the Aces strike first, and we'll get ready now to take a look at the Rams offensive unit for the first time this evening. Again, glad to have you here with us tonight, as it is week number 8. Just 2 more games on the regular season schedule after tonight. Next week, we'll be making a road trip right next door, basically, to Antwerp, Ohio. Date with the Archers, and then the Aces will wrap up the regular season right here at Aces Field at home, week number 10. The Friday before Halloween, they will host the Wayne Trace Raiders. What ought to be a big rock'em sock'em game here in Northwest Ohio. Rams come out, and they're ready to go on offense tonight. Their deep man, number 13, is Mark Bobb, senior. And, of course, Delagrange. Oh, I take it back. It's Travian Tunis set to do the kicking tonight. Tunis puts his foot into it. Nice kick. It comes down at the 15-yard line and bounces back. They scoop it up at about the 3-yard line. And it's loose on the turf. Everybody's diving for it. We'll see who comes up with the football. It was Schaefer, number 11 for the Rams, that got the ball and got out to about the 14-yard line. That's when the ball popped out. They're going to mark it right on the 15. A lot of Aces in the area diving for that ball, but they're going to say Schaefer managed to regain possession. So a near disastrous fumble for the Rams, but they recover the ball, and they're set to go on offense now, 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Spencer Giesecke, their quarterback, he wears number 3. Giesecke rolls out, pass, caught, and dropped to the turf immediately. And that was Dalton, I believe, making the catch. Oh, Imthern, number 26. I thought it was 23. We'll get the numbers down as we go along. Don't worry. 2nd and 7 for the Rams, a 3-yard pickup. Giesecke puts a man in motion, hands it off. That's number 23, and that is Brady Bum. And Bum will get out to about the 21-yard line, where he's brought down. Still shy of the first down marker. It'll bring up 3rd and about 3-4 yards for the Rams. 3rd and 3, the official marking of the ball. Giesecke gets the call brought in from the sideline. Rams will break huddle. Giesecke so far tonight working under center. Tight formation. And we'll see. Ordway, the ball carrier. And Kyle Ordway, they're going to say, got them their 3 yards. So not by much, but they move the chains. And get themselves a fresh set of downs. 6:20 left to go here in our opening quarter. Not a lot of balls put up in the air, so clock's been rolling pretty quickly here. Again, Giesecke working under center. Giesecke rolling out, puts the ball in the air. It's just out of the hands of Ordway. Kyle Ordway, the intended receiver, and just overthrew him. It's right off of his outstretched fingertips. Incomplete. It'll make it 2nd and 10 for the Rams. 2nd and 10 for the Rams here tonight. Giesecke under center. Giesecke handoff to number 26. They got him by the back of the jersey, and that was Andrew Imthern again. And Imthern might have got a yard. As soon as he got the ball, there was an ace back there who had him by the back of the jersey and drug him down. Clock continues to roll. Didn't get out of bounds. So down to about 5.5 minutes left here in quarter number 1 when they snap the football. Giesecke's going to drop back into the shotgun. Looking to roll out. Puts the ball in the air. He's got a man open. Nearly intercepted. What a nice defensive play. Intended receiver was the number 9, Landon Wrinkle. And at the last minute, it was Langham that came shooting in there. Nearly got the INT. Incomplete. That's going to make it 4th and 9. And here comes the punting unit. Their punter for the Rams is Imthern, number 26. Gets the snap. Imthern gets his foot into it. And Comiso thought better of it, and he'll let the ball bounce a couple of times. It doesn't go far in this wet turf. And it's blown dead at the Aces. Looks like their 48-yard line, and that's where the Hicksville offense will take over. Up 6-0, 5:15 left to go here in our opening quarter. Now, see, if you ever start to feel bad, Chris, about being up here in the cold press box, running the camera, you just look down and see the sideline reporter for the radio station standing out there in the rain. So you're not doing so bad with a roof over your head. He's an old broadcasting colleague of mine down there on the sidelines. Wish him the best. Comiso with the carry. Comiso almost loses his footing, but he manages to maintain his balance, cuts back in, and turns what would have been about a yard loss into about a 2-3 yard pickup. So credit Mason Comiso for being agile on his feet. He slipped behind the line of scrimmage, but did not go down. He managed to right himself and got across midfield to the 49-yard line. 2nd and 7 for the Aces. Jake Miller takes the snap. Miller looking downfield, caught by Thiel. Parker Thiel evades one defender. Thiel runs up the sideline, and they finally knock him out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. We'll see where they mark him officially. But somewhere around the 26, 27-yard line. He got his legs taken out from underneath him. It'll be a first down for the Aces, and we're just going to see where they're going to mark the ball. They're going to actually give him forward progress. They'll say the ball at the 25-yard line when Thiel went out of bounds. So 1st and 10 Aces, 5 yards from the red zone. Miller gets his offense set. Hands off to Brickle. And Zach Brickle pounds forward, maybe picks up a yard. I'll make it 2nd and 9. Closing in on 4 minutes to go here in our opening quarter. Aces up by 6. Miller with 3 wide receivers out on the far sideline, puts the ball in the air, and it's right through Parker Thiel's hands. 3rd and 9. Thiel, I don't know if he'd have been able to go all the way to the end zone, but Thiel probably would have got it inside the 10-yard line if he'd been able to hang on to the ball. But like I said, it's one of those nights. The ball's going to be a little bit wet, and it looks like Miller had a bit on that ball too, so it just went right through his hands. So we'll reset and go for it on 3rd and 9. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper. Miller, they grab him from behind and drag him down at about the 17-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th down. And they're going to put it at the 17 or the 18-yard line, where it'll be 4th and 2. So 4th and 2, and the Aces going for it. They're inside the 20. Miller trying to get him to jump. Doesn't do it. Hands off to Brickle. Brickle. And Brickle loses the football. And it is recovered by the Rams. I think they said it was number 73 that fell on it. That would be Trey Hurt. So Brickle goes into the line trying to pick up a couple of yards. You can see the ball pop out. And right there in front of Mr. Hurt, and he falls on it. And the Rams get their first turnover of the night at 3:09 left to go in quarter number 1. So 1st and 10 to Nora. Ball on the 18-yard line. Hate to see the Aces cough it up, but again, deep on the Rams' end of the field, so it's almost as good as if they had to punt the ball away. Pinning back inside the 20, so either way. Here comes Mr. Giesecke and company. Dropping back to throw. Giesecke's in trouble. Giesecke's running for his life now, manages to get the ball away. It is caught. What a great catch by Brady Bum. Bum came back to help out his quarterback, made the grab, and picked up a first down. Went up in the air, caught the ball, and took a good shot, but hung on to the football and came down at the 28-yard line, a pickup of 10 yards and a first down for the Rams. Giesecke works under center for this down, puts a man in motion. Quick inside handoff. Not much there. That was Ordway, Kyle Ordway, with the carry, and he loses about a yard, so that'll make it 2nd and 11 for the Rams. As the rain begins to fall once again here at Aces Field. We had a bit of a respite, and now it's coming back out. You can kind of tell, you can watch when the umbrellas come and go over on the sidelines. Spencer Giesecke looking downfield, not much there. Spins around to the other side. Ball is caught, and the screen pass caught by number 27. That was Tim Meyer. Meyer, though, losing his footing and sliding and touching his knee back at the 25-yard line. That'll be 2-yard loss, and 3rd and 13 now for the Rams with 1:35 left in our opening quarter. Again, with the rain, not a lot of balls being thrown, so not a lot of stoppage of the clock here, and a pretty quick moving first quarter. Giesecke working on a 3rd and 13. Dropping back, looking downfield. Giesecke's in trouble. Giesecke's running for his life again. Giesecke just throws it away. Giesecke was running for his life, and there's the flag, because there was nobody even remotely close to where he threw the ball. And that'll be intentional grounding. And that's going to be the loss of yardage and the loss of down. That's going to move the ball way back to like about the 6 or 7 yard line. And that means that Imthern is going to be punting, standing on the back line of the end zone. So the Aces looking to get good field position here. Imthern, a bad punt on top of everything else. One hop, and it comes down to Parker Thiel. Thiel shakes one defender. Thiel tries to turn the corner. He had his man, it looked like he might have had him beat, but as he made the sharp turn to head up field, again, he slipped on the wet turf. So Thiel comes down, doesn't make it to the 20-yard line, but still it's going to be awesome field position for the Aces. You know, you're not going to complain anytime you get to start 1st and 10 from your opponent's 22-yard line. Under a minute to go in our opening quarter. The Aces back on offense. And again, they'll have the ball 1st and 10 on the Rams' 22-yard line. Jake Miller takes the snap. Miller looks to throw and hesitated just a little bit. His intended receiver was Langham, number 8, and the hesitation was just enough so that Langham went forward an extra step or so. So when the ball got there, it was behind him rather than in front of him. So incomplete pass. That brings up 2nd and 10 for Hicksville. They stop the clock with 49 seconds left to go in our first quarter. Miller pitches it out to Comiso. Comiso looking to head upfield. Comiso, they got him around the ankles. Not able to turn the corner. A pickup of maybe about 2-3 yards. Gets out of bounds, stops the clock at 40 seconds to go in the quarter. And brings up 3rd down for the Aces. It'll be 3rd and 9 officially is what they're saying. Jake Miller takes the snap. Miller gets the ball taken away from him. Miller just had his pocket picked. They basically stripped the ball from him, and it's another turnover for the Rams. So Jake Miller dropping back to throw the ball. He was looking downfield and had the ball cocked to get ready to throw it, and one of the Rams just said, "Thank you very much," and basically took it right out of his hands. So 34 seconds, and the Rams are back on offense. They're deep on their end of the field at their own 26-yard line. And so the Aces are at -2 on the turnover side of things tonight. Giesecke dropping back. Gieseke's going to get pounded back at the 15-yard line. Spencer Giesecke gets taken to the turf. Boston Hoopman is there to put him down. That's a huge loss. And that's going to make it 2nd and 23 now for the Rams. Rams looking to bounce back. They got shellacked by Edgerton. We know how that feels. They got beat by 30 by Edgerton last week, 38-8. Of course, you know, the Bulldogs beat the Aces by 40. So that'll be the end of the first quarter. And after one, it's the Aces leading the Rams 6-0 here at Aces Field. As we get ready to switch ends of the arena and get the second quarter underway, we're going to take some time to say a big thank you to our football broadcast underwriters, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick and Jim Schmidt Ford, reminding you fall is here, winter weather just around the corner. Make sure your vehicle is all set and ready to go, winterized for the rough driving ahead. And stop by the service departments at either Jim Schmidt Chevrolet or Jim Schmidt Ford. They'd love to see you. They can take care of anything from basic maintenance to major auto repairs. Find out more online at jimschmidtauto.com. And also, Community Memorial Hospital of Hicksville, proudly serving the Hicksville area's healthcare needs for 65 years. In 2018, reminding you not to miss their health fair that's coming up October 18th, 19th, and 20th from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. each morning in their community rooms number 1 and 2. Community Memorial Hospital of Hicksville, Ohio, proud to support Aces athletic broadcasts here on Hicksville Community Television. Check them out online at www.cmhosp.com. All right, Rams back in action. Spencer Giesecke. Quick handoff. That's to their big running back, Ordway. Ordway pounds his way out to about the 20-yard line, so he gets back some of the lost yardage, but they still have a ways to go to move the sticks. Ordway makes it a 3rd and 15. They'll switch some personnel around. And head up to the line. Giesecke will drop back into the shotgun. He'll take the snap, looking to throw. Giesecke scrambling, rolling out, and he's just going to head right for the sideline. He'll pick up about 4. So Giesecke, no one open downfield, so he holds on to the football and gets what he can and sets things up as best he can for Mr. Imthern in the punting unit. Andrew Imthern, his 3rd punt of the night. A high snap, but he gets it. Nice kick this time. Parker Thiel running back and decides not to scoop it up. It'll roll inside the 30. And the Rams will down it at about the 27-yard line. So he got a little more leg into that one, and you can tell by the direction that the rain is slanting as it falls. He's got the wind behind him. So he had a little more on that kick than was anticipated. It overshot Parker Thiel. Thiel ran back and then wisely thought better of trying to scoop up that wet football in the rain and possibly losing possession and let the Rams down it again at the Aces 27-yard line. That's where the Aces will take over. 1st and 10. Jake Miller takes the snap. Miller, hand off to Brickle. Brickle finds a nice seam and gets out across the 30 to about 31-yard line is where they'll stop him. So Brickle picks up about 4. It'll be, well, they're going to give him credit for, it's about 3.5, so we'll say 2nd and 7 officially. The ball at the 31-yard line. Split backs on either side of Miller. He keeps it himself, though. Miller powering forward. Miller gets across the 35. That'll give him a 3rd and short. They're going to mark the ball right at the 35-yard line, which will make it 3rd and 2. So the Aces on a 3rd and 2. It's going to be Parker Thiel taking the snap. Thiel came in to take the quarterbacking duties on that play, and Thiel gets him their 1st down as he takes the ball out to about the 41-yard line. So they snap the ball to Parker Thiel. He gets out to the 41-yard line and gets a fresh set of downs for Hicksville. Aces up 6-0. Again, we're in the 2nd quarter here tonight from Aces Field on a rainy Friday. 9:35 to go in the 1st half. Parker Thiel staying in at quarterback. Thiel takes a snap. It's a quarterback keeper. Thiel breaks free. Parker Thiel, it's a foot race down the field. No one's going to catch him into the end zone. Touchdown Aces. But there is a flag on the field all the way back at the 44-yard line. So this one's going to be coming back. It's going to be a hold on the Aces. So Parker Thiel with a great run, but it's all for naught, as the Aces called for holding at the 44-yard line. So that's going to back him up. And that should take him back to the 34. Where it'll be 1st and about 17-yard line, about 17 yards to go, I think. So after the holding call, the Aces backed up. It's 1st and 17. Miller back in at quarterback. Quick throw caught by Parker Thiel. Thiel wrapped up almost immediately, and he'll get to about the 39-yard line where it'll be 2nd down. So that'll make it 2nd and about 12. Officials doing their best to keep that ball dry as possible here tonight. Miller gets the call from the sideline. Miller takes a snap, drops back, quick hitter, and it's going to be on the turf. Not enough on it to make it to Zach Brickle. It falls to the ground, incomplete. So 3rd and 12 for the Aces. Miller working on his shoelace there a little bit. He'll put Comiso in motion, drops back. Ball in the air. And juggled by Braden Langham. Langham not able to haul it in. He had it right in his hands. And just not able to get the ball under control. Incomplete. That'll bring up 4th and long. And the Aces punting squad will come out for the first time tonight. Of course, Langham also the punter. So first you have to drop the pass that doesn't get you the fresh set of downs. Then you have to go punt it away. Langham gets his foot into it. Nice punt. Comes down and it's going to roll dead inside the 25-yard line. About the 22-23 is where the Rams will take over. So the Aces lose a touchdown on a holding call in that offensive series. Wind up having to punt it away, and the Rams take over 1st and 10 on their own 23-yard line, and the score remains 6-0 Aces. Again, pretty quick moving first half here. The rain continues to fall. And here we go, back in action. Giesecke with the handoff. That's to number 23. He's got a nice run. Puts his head down, and Brady Bum carries the ball out near first down yardage. And he actually gets the first down. So a 10-yard carry for Bum. Moves the chains for the Rams and gets them out to their own 33-yard line. Giesecke under center. Quick handoff. And that was to Kyle Ordway, and Ordway powers forward for about 3. He gets across the 35 to about 36-yard line. 2nd and 7. Oh, okay. If it makes you feel better, I'll keep my hands out of my pockets. My cameraman's complaining that his hands are cold and that I get to put my hands in my pockets, but he doesn't. So I'll keep them out. Ordway with the carry and a flag thrown near the end of the play. We'll see what that's all about. It came from the Aces side of the field. And then there was another flag thrown on the other side of the field too. So 2 yellow handkerchiefs. And it's going to be a face mask against the Aces. So that'll be a first down for the Rams, the easy way. So the personal foul will tack on 15 to the end of the run and an automatic first down, obviously. So that moves the ball all the way into Aces territory, where it'll be 1st and 10 to Tinora from the Hicksville 47-yard line. Seven minutes before halftime and the clock running. Giesecke. Quick handoff and nothing doing. They gave the ball to Bum, and Bum was met in the backfield immediately. and knocked down for a 1-yard loss. So 2nd and 11 now for the Aces. As there's 2nd and 11 for the Rams, excuse me, as the Aces are looking to put the stop on them here. Giesecke looking to throw, drops back. Not seeing anybody. Finally, and the ball is partially deflected. That was number 50, Hunter White, that got his hand on it. I stand corrected, that was number 60. Dylan Meek that got his paw on it. Partial deflection and incomplete. That makes it 3rd and 11 for the Rams. Clock stops on the incompletion. 6:08 to go, so we're about halfway through this second quarter. Giesecke rolling out. Again, he's being pursued. Puts the ball in the air, and that's going to be overthrown. Incomplete. His intended receiver, number 2, Max Grube. And Grube had no chance to catch that. It would have been out of bounds if he had made it to the ball. That'll bring up 4th and long. And once again, the punting unit will come out for Tinora. Thiel and Comiso dropping back deep for the Aces. We'll see how far they set themselves. They're going back a little deeper this time in case Imthurn gets his leg into it like he did last time. With the wind behind him, this one is going to be a little bit shorter. And scooped up by Parker Thiel. Thiel outruns one defender, looking for some blocking. Gets a block from Comiso, but then he's taken down from behind. So a lot of running, but not a lot of forward progress as Parker Thiel gets brought down at the 10-yard line. And that's where the Aces will take over on offense. 1st and 10 with 5 minutes and 49 seconds to go here in our first half tonight. Again, a wet and rainy night. An old broadcast colleague of mine from back in the Stone Age when I worked in radio here in Northwest Ohio used to say nights like this tell you who the real true fans are. The ones that are willing to come out a wet, rainy night to root on their team. And there's a lot of true fans here on both sides. Good turnout in the student section here tonight. And the flag thrown, and it's going to be a re-kick as a result. So I had not seen that, but yeah, evidently a 5-yard. So I'm guessing it was either offsides or false start. So they'll do the re-kick. So Imthurn, once again, gets his leg into it. Another nice, and that one's going to roll right by, and they're going to see if they can down it. Nope. The Rams were running full speed and tried to get it before it bounced into the end zone, but they are unable to do it, so it'll be a touchback, and they'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. So the Aces pick up about 10 yards with the re-kick, and there's going to be another flag on the field, and it's going to be another procedure call against the Rams, and it looks like we're going to maybe kick it one more time. So the Aces showing the faith that they have in Comiso and Thiel and their ability to run back a punt. I think they might do a little bit better this time. So the first attempt, they got the ball at the 10-yard line. This last attempt, they got the ball at the 20-yard line. So we'll see if the third time is the charm here. I'll try to situate I'm going to keep an eye on a couple of the referees too, see if I pick up the flag this time they throw it, if they do. So another long snap to Imthurn, another kick. This one not nearly as good. And that one is going to go out of bounds. And that's going to be... So the ball goes out of bounds. It looks like about the 15-yard line. We'll see where they're going to mark it officially. Now they're looking more like about the 17. It was inside the 20. So the Aces didn't fare as well with the third kick. So 5 minutes, 13 seconds to go before halftime. And the Aces getting ready to go back on offense. And instead of the ball, if they'd declined the penalty, they had the ball on the 20-yard line, but they rolled the dice, and that's what you do. So they're going to have the ball on their own 17-yard line. First and 10. And there's a bit of a conference going on with the officials. And so everybody's sort of breaking off again. And it looks like they're going to kick it again. So I haven't seen an indication. I did not see a flag. I don't know whether they're saying that the Aces had called for a fair catch and that they'd been interfered with. All I know is that the ball is again back on the 41-yard line, and they're going to be punting it again. So our fourth punt. Imthern gets the ball in the air, and it goes through the hands of Thiel. Thiel falls on it, but there's a bit of a scramble. I think Thiel got the ball back. So Thiel had the ball go right through his hands, but managed to keep it in front of him and jumps on top of the ball. So now the Aces will have the ball. First and 10. And it looks to be on about the 27, 28-yard line. 28-yard line is where they mark it down officially. So 5:05 left to go in the half, and it's the Aces back on offense, first and 10 from their own 28-yard line after all is said and done. Miller being pursued, and he's going to be taken down back at about the 15-yard line. Jake Miller, the protection just wasn't there that time, not able to unload the ball fast enough. And he gets dropped for a big loss. Back to the 15-yard line to bring up second and 23. Clock keeps rolling. Miller with the snap. Miller, boom! He gets taken down and the ball pops loose. What a hit on Jake Miller. So they've stopped the clock. I don't know if they're going to say that that was an incomplete pass. I think they are. They're putting the ball back. So it'll be third and 23. So a bit of a lucky break there that they rule that an incomplete pass. Miller gets rid of the ball more quickly this time. Caught, and a nice run, and not enough for a first down, but Landon Turnbull gets back a lot of that yardage and will get out near the 33, 34-yard line when he's knocked out of bounds. Well, they say he stayed in bounds, so it's going to be fourth down and about 5. And they're going to bring out Langham to punt the ball away. So Turnbull with a nice run, but he comes up about 5 yards shy on third and very long. Punt is away. Fair caught at the 36, 37-yard line. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the half, and the Rams are going to go back on offense. They're down by 6, and they're going to have it first and 10 with the ball at their own 37-yard line when play resumes. I'm gonna have to check out. I have to ask Jack Schock or somebody. He's ever had four attempts to get a punt in. That's something you don't see every day. All right, back in action. 3.5 minutes to go. Spencer Giesecke puts a man in motion. Giesecke hands the ball off. Given to number 23, that's Brady Bum, and Bum brought down for no gain. 2nd and 10. Couple Rams slow getting up, and one of them still down on his knees, and that's Bum, and Bum gets up gimpy, favoring his left ankle, it looks like. And we're going to have an official stoppage here, as Bum is in bad shape, and he's going to sort of hop his way off the field. And it looks like, again, his left ankle. And there's finally somebody coming out to help him get to the sideline. So Bum comes up gimpy after the carry for no gain. And they'll fire the clock back up. We're under 3 minutes to go here in the half. Rams with the ball, and they'd like to even up things on the scoreboard before halftime if they can. Spencer Giesecke, quick handoff. And again, nothing there. That was Imthern with the carry, and Imthern might have got a yard or two. Give him a couple yards. So they're going to give him a yard, 3rd and 9. Closing in on 2 minutes to go before halftime. 3rd and 9 for the Rams. Giesecke, another quick handoff, and that's a nice carry for Ordway. Kyle Ordway gets them a first down as he blasts through the Aces defensive line and takes it across midfield. They bring him down at about the 48-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Rams. Stop the clock just long enough to move the chains, and it starts up right away. Minute 45 and counting. Giesecke under center. Giesecke dropping back to pass. Giesecke is going to be swept under. And it was number 67, Junior Gipple, that got him. So Gipple takes him all the way back to the Aces, or to the Rams side of the field, where it's going to be 2nd and very long for Tinora. 2nd and 20. Ball at their own 43-yard line. And most likely under a minute to go in the half by the time they snap the ball. 1 minute exactly and counting right now. So, yep. Looks like they'll get the ball away with about 50 seconds to go. Giesecke, quick pitch. And they'll take him down right around midfield. Ordway gets out to the 50. We'll make it 3rd and about 12. Half a minute and counting. So time running out on the Rams here in the first half of action. Of course, at halftime, both the Aces Pride and the Rams marching bands are here. Halftime entertainment. Giesecke dropping back, looking downfield. Giesecke going for it all. And it was a toss-up between the intended receiver and Kyler Baird for the Aces. Neither of them got it. incomplete, stops the clock with 5 seconds, and it brings up a 4th and 12 for the Rams. So 5 seconds. And Andrew Imthorn, they're going to bring him in to punt it. 5 seconds. I don't think I might have taken a crack at it. See what happens. And this one is going to roll, and it's going to be down by the Rams inside the 5-yard line, but it's academic. Time expires. So we've played the first 24 minutes of football tonight. It is halftime here at Aces Field, and at the half, it's the homestanding Aces leading the visiting Tinora Rams 6-0, your halftime score. Again, we're going to take a break. Got some halftime entertainment on tap for you, but we invite you to stay tuned because both Chris and I will be back. We'll have all the exciting second half play-by-play action coming up for you right here on HIX-TV.